Today we are making sheet pan souvlaki, say that 10 times fast, with special guest Cheryl Schutte of Advanced Massage and Colon Hydrotherapy. Have your recipe? Let's get started. Hi, so today we are going to be making a sheet pan chicken souvlaki, and I have my special guest and very special friend, Cheryl Schutte, here with me today.
Hello.
So Cheryl is known for having the best hands in Tampa Bay, hands down, and this has been said by other therapists I have met with Advanced Massage and Colon Hydrotherapy. However, we're going to delve into the latest venture that she has, which is kinesiology and therapies that she is working with that. So, before we delve into that, Cheryl, we're going to start getting our prep together for our recipe. Are you ready?
I am, but just so you know, I do not cook.
Which is why this makes it so much fun, right? Because I want to be giving you lessons. I want to teach you how to be cooking and how to have fun in the kitchen while we're doing things. So, we have our chicken. We have our zucchini.
Okay.
We have shallots. This is a shallot. Again, I introduce shallots because not everybody knows what a shallot is. It's a small French onion, and they look kind of like jumbo garlic as well, so kind of have to watch these things because this is also a shallot. Okay?
Okay.
We have our grape tomatoes. We're going to use some basil, some oregano, black pepper, and some garlic. So first we're going to clean our veggies.
Okay.
And what I like to do is I have my bowl of my veggie wash, which is water and baking soda. I don't know if I've ever shared with you, so we're going to clean this in here. So we're just going to like wash it up.
Okay.
Baking soda is the best way to get all your residues and even pesticides off of and fertilizers off of your veggies.
Okay. This
Yep,
is good.
and you can just let it dry in the dish rack. And then here's this one. And then we're going to do the same with our grape tomatoes. Just pour those in there, yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to just take this bowl here, and once those are rinsed off, we'll put those there.
Okay, so
Put it in here. Nope, just put them in there. And then we're going to start cutting our vegetables.
Okay.
That'll be the fun part.
Oops.
Oh, that's okay. So that you can use that towel. Now when you're cooking, remember, if you start using a towel to wipe your hands off and dry them, do not use that for a hot pan.
Okay.
Because the heat will transfer. All right? So, you have a very vast assortment of knives to use today.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
Which one do you like to use?
I like this one, but I better stick with this one.
Okay, and you made a very good choice there, because the biggest thing that I like to share with people is that when it comes to a knife, it's how the handle feels in your hand. Because if it's too big, you're not going to be able to get the leverage and you're not going to cut well. So see which knife actually feels better in your hands. Because now that you figured out that you don't like the way this one feels,
Right.
we'll get rid of that.
This one's pretty, but I think I like this one.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the zucchini, and I will show you. I'm going to do the train the trainer teaching method on you right now, which I don't know, you probably have already done this as well, but like restaurant wise, this is what happens. So we're going to cut the ends off, and then we are going to cut this in half, cut it lengthwise, and I'm going to show you how to cut the perfect size, okay? And then you're going to do it.
Okay.
All right. So we're cutting off the ends. And this is 1 1/3 pounds of zucchini, believe it or not. Random, right? And it's because this will give you 4 servings. Okay, so we're going to toss these ends, and we see that zucchini is not straight. It has kind of like a squiggly shape to it. So me, because I've cut and cooked things for, I don't know, what I figure, like 40 years now, I would just cut this lengthwise. However, if I'm having you cut this, I will cut this in half first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then I'm going to take the larger side. I'm going to cut this lengthwise. I'm going to move this guy over. And if you'll notice, they're 2 different shapes. And you don't notice it until you see that there's like space in between there. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. If you fit it together, they're not going to move around as much. It's going to be easier to cut. So that's when normally I will just take both pieces to cut it. However, I would probably want you doing only half of this. And we're going to use a marker piece to make sure that we're cutting everything the same size.
Okay.
So we're just going to cut.
Believe it or not, my father was a chef.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, all these years and I never knew that. Shut up.
I did not inquire any of his
Oh my gosh.
skills.
So we're going to use some of our Primal Kitchen avocado oil spray here, and that just helps give a little bit of crispness. Sorry if I spritzed you as well.
You're good. Hey, it's good for the skin.
Okay. Hey, look at that. You can even use the avocado oil for your skin. I did not know that. I just knew like coconut oil. Okay, so it's going to be your turn. You're a righty. Let me get over here out of your way so that you have enough space. Always give yourself space. Now, yeah, there we go. So just make it so that it's even. Yep, and we're going to cut down. Look at that. Yes. Yep, there you go. Very nice. So if you were going to do 2 at a time, flip this guy around that way. However, I think I would rather see you only do 1 at a time because we want to take care of those precious hand of yours. Zucchini is great, just again with fiber that's in it. You have vitamin C going on. We have our grape tomatoes that have lutein in them. We have our shallots or our shallots that we are using today. You could use a red onion. However, red onions have been so big that I have found that using a shallot works just as well, and they're not as spicy, I guess is the only word I can really think of for that. So we'll put those in here. Yep. And then we're going to put the grape tomatoes in as well.
Okay.
So, yep, you can do that. And then I'm taking our 2 shallots here, and typically you're going to keep, whether it's a shallot, a red onion, a white onion, you normally keep the root end to hold it together, okay? However, today we're cutting it all off because we're going to do slices with them. Wow, what's going on with this guy that it's not cutting? See, again, I love when these things happen because it's real life. So it just looks like this one has a super thick peel to it as to why I was having problems cutting through it. I'm going to cut off the other end, which again is blasphemous. I already know that. And I'm cutting it in half. So I'm going to have you peel the skin off that while I get into this guy here. Now, do you have to have red onion in this recipe? Well, being a Greek dish, typically you have onion in there. Sometimes you have garlic. Sometimes you have oregano. We're doing oregano and basil today. There's lemon in this as well. So we have that one. Yep, we'll have you finish off that guy. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut these into similar, I don't know if you want to call it a half moon, a sickle moon. We're just going to cut thin slices like this. You want to play with the other one?
Sure.
You play with that while I clean up. La la la. And then we're going to start talking all things Cheryl and advanced massage, colon hydrotherapy, and your latest kinesiology that's going on here. I'm super excited to talk about this because I'm still learning about everything new that you're doing with your business. So I am familiar with some of the work that you're doing, but I'd really like you to explain.
Okay.
Okay, so if that's getting difficult to cut, instead of getting your fingers hurt, I'm going to do this for you right now. Okay?
Yeah.
Just because. It's something that you have to get used to. If you don't cook a lot.
Which I do not.
Yeah.
I have you.
And I got you, babe. Mutual Admiration Society going on here. I'm going to have you sprinkle some of the salt and some oregano and some basil on there while I mince up some garlic.
Okay.
Okay? So garlic, I like to put a little bit of salt down before I mince it. I'm cutting off their little root ends. So technically you're supposed to do 1 tablespoon of basil and 2 tablespoons of oregano. So if you do like, you can either just sprinkle and do double sprinkle on the oregano, which will be the same, or if you want to measure, you could also use the lid of your spice, and that way you don't have to use a measuring spoon and have to wash that afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So depends on how confident you are. We could also even add crushed red pepper to this and add a little spice and a little zip going on. But I've been super sensitive to spices and peppers lately, so that's why we are not putting it on.
Okay.
And look how nice the garlic has been soaking up the salt, or the salt has been soaking up the garlic, rather. And we're going to put that in there, and I'm going to have you drizzle the avocado oil, the Primal Kitchen avocado oil, and the lemon juice while I'm cutting the chicken. Okay. So we're going to drizzle of that, and our chicken, today we're going to cut into 12 or 16 pieces.
Drizzle
1,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5,
I
6,
did more of a pour.
7, 8. And I'm going to have you mix these up to start, yep, while I'm doing this. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this way we're going to have four pieces of chicken each in that. So we're going to mix that up. I'm going to wash this cutting board and knife while you are mixing and making sure it's all together.
Okay.
And then I will have you wash your hands and I will put that in the oven so we can start talking.
I'm getting in touch with my
So we're making
inner
sure.
chef. I said I'm getting in touch with my inner chef.
Okay, good. I think that's what happens a lot of times. So you will wash your hands.
Does that look
Let me
good?
turn the water on for you. That looks nice, and you separated it all too. So I will have you wash your hands. We're going to put this into the oven. We will put our timer on for 12 minutes. Timer. Press start. And while we are waiting, we are going to start talking about this new endeavor that you have.
Okay, a few new endeavors.
Few new endeavors that you have, yes. All right, so kinesiology. We know that we have kinesiotape, right?
Right.
And that helps heal the body when we have injuries. So is kinesiology the same thing?
Not really. No,
Okay.
kinesiotape is used more for lymphatic drainage to help pump the lymph system. And then kinesiology
Yeah.
is balancing the body, moving the energy.
Okay.
In
So
the-
how is that done?
So we're, through kinesiology, we do muscle balancing. Our bodies are energetic.
Okay.
And so muscle has memory and everything gets stuck inside the body. And so we can, through muscle balancing, we can move the energy out.
So it's kind of
in.
like an electric switch.
Kind of.
So like when we don't have power, we have to turn on circuitry.
Right.
Is that the same thing that you're doing?
Pretty much.
So then how does that work if I'm getting a massage from you and my neck is all cricked up and I'm like, Cheryl, I'm stuck. So what happens then?
Well, we can do a series of different balances to help release that crick, because it could be emotional, it could be physical, we don't know. And so kinesiology is kind of like the third leg of the stool. And so if just pure massage, soft tissue work does not take care of it, then we go into energy and muscle balancing.
All right. So how do you know that I need that unclogged? Is there like a touch? Is there a different way that you're doing my massage, or what is it?
It's a combination of things. So intuitively, it's touch, and then I also have now a bioresonance machine that can create a blueprint. It scans the body and it creates the blueprint so that it will tell me what you need in the order of priority.
What's this machine about?
So it takes the frequencies of our body, and
So like the electricity has different frequencies or
Correct.
sound frequencies, right?
different frequencies.
Okay.
And so you hold on to these two levers.
Yeah.
And it will run scans and it will tell me what is priority for you.
So what are some of the things that come up that you've seen so far?
Well, myself as an example, kidney stones. So I realized I needed energetic work done with that.
Can you find parasites?
You can find parasites, yes.
How do you get
Yes.
parasites?
Well, parasites are everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, we can get it through environment, we can get it through the food we eat, the things we touch.
People kind of ook out sometimes thinking that parasites aren't something that anybody should get or can get, but I've also known that it also works that way when it comes to even having a dog. I've heard that if you have a dog, you're going to have parasites at some point.
Absolutely. If
So-
you breathe the air, you're going to have parasites.
If you're going to breathe the air, you're going to have parasites, but you can find them with the bioresonance machine that you have.
Yes, yeah, it will tell you all the different parasites that are potentially either in your body right now, and that are wanting to be released, or they're hiding.
And parasites are good at hiding too.
They're very good at hiding.
I remember that from long ago and far away when I was in health food stores and learning about parasites, and that when you go to kill a parasite, they encapsulate themselves and just lay like millions of eggs. So you have to do like a two-pronged approach where you take that protocol for a while, then you back off because you have to wait for those eggs to hatch, and then go back at them, and then when you get to kill them all that way. It's kind of like fleas.
Yeah, it's a wonderful dinner conversation.
Just the fun stuff we want to be talking about.
Exactly, yeah.
So in colonics, can you see parasites?
I can, some of them.
Do patients want to hear about them?
Sometimes. Other times they don't. They just keep your commentary to yourself.
So what's the benefits of colonics?
So colon irrigation is fabulous for detoxifying the body, detoxifying the liver, the gallbladder.
Really?
So if somebody is regular,
Yeah.
I still suggest that they do a combination of an ultra cleanse, meaning you have to start from the onset of digestion, which is your mouth. So you want to do a full cleanse at least once a year, and then you can have colonic. Treat it like you're treating your car, an oil change 3-4 times a year.
Okay.
Just to have that good health, gut flora.
It's a very intimate thing to have happen. So you really need to be comfortable with your practitioner.
Yes,
it took me, I think, probably 18 years before I decided to play around with colonics.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love joking with my clients because I'm like, size matters. We're gonna have fun today.
So with the colonics, as far as massage goes, I know another aspect of what you do is manual lymphatic drainage. Now,
Yes.
can we just talk that for a second, because it's something that I found very fascinating with body health, total body health, immune system, right? Pre-surgery, post-surgery, how does that work? And can you just show just an example of what a manual lymphatic drainage
Well, I can
touch
show it.
does?
It's very light. It's totally different than massage. So it's basically a pumping, because the lymph system runs deep to superficial, and you want to pump it to enable the vortex to draw.
So the lymph system isn't just in our chest area.
No, it's throughout our whole body.
Oh, the energy, I know the energy that I feel after you get that, after you do an MLD treatment is absolutely amazing. And then you could even do like an MLD facelift for people as well.
Yes.
Right? It's my understanding. So if you don't get into the injectables and things like that, then you can also,
You can.
then it can.
You can. I mean, with lymphatic, you have to do it on a regular basis. So people tend to do the injectables because.
And what about cellulite? Does your machine work on cellulite?
No.
No. So the bioresonance machine is strictly for finding hidden things in your body as far as like immune and health and organ function and things like that?
It's also, yes, but it also helps to, I can take a blank and imprint if your body needs energetically supplements. And so I can put it on the machine and it can imprint into a vial where you do droppers under your tongue. So homeopathics.
Oh, okay. So it works with homeopathic remedies.
Yes.
So this is for treating symptoms, or this is for educational purposes that you have this?
This is for treating root cause.
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting to the root rather than the symptoms.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm excited for this journey that you're on with the new machine. I've heard about it before, and I'm familiar with kinesiology. Isn't it a little bit woo-woo?
Yes and no, but the science is starting to catch up with it, because what I'm finding with an example, the kidney. The kidney is related to fear, emotional fear, and it's also bladder, and it's in the water element. So when you do a balance on the kidney, you're moving all of that energy, whether you're just moving all the energy out
Okay, so like dehydration, that's why they say kidney stones are a result of dehydration as well.
be.
Like there are different kinds of kidney stones. I know that
Yeah.
because my brother-in-law has a certain kind, and then my husband's best friend has a different kind,
Yeah.
and you have to see, and you have to wait until you pass it, right?
Yes,
But
that's
yeah,
the fun
so that's
part.
where hydration kind of comes into play, and making sure that your trace minerals are balanced, and that kind of works with what we have today because we have the zucchini and the tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
So that way it all just kind of comes together.
And the oxalates.
And the oxalates, yeah. And so this recipe, for example, is safe for people that have kidney stones, right? With the zucchini and the tomato.
It is.
Yay! So I picked it
is.
out. Well, let's take a look at our zucchini here. It's looking really pretty. We have 10 seconds. So I think we're safe for taking this out. Look at
looks
that.
wonderful.
I'm going to turn the timer off real quick so that that's not beeping on us. Let's move this over, and we'll get. Can I ask you to get that plate for me? Yeah. Yeah. And so we want to be careful when we're taking our food and putting it onto the platter. So we can use a spatula, metal spatula. We can use tongs, whichever you like.
Okay.
I can have you start working on that. And this is hot, this is wet, right? So we're not going to use that one. So I will
Okay.
give you this hot pad to use if you're going to touch that pan. And we have these fabulous wines from PRP that we are pairing today if you partake of the vine with our chicken souvlaki. So we have a white Bordeaux Sauvignon Blanc combination, as the high acidity and herbal notes will play well with the lemon and the herbs that we have in this recipe. You can also even squeeze if we were using fresh lemon juice on top afterwards. And another option that we have is our Chevy Rosé or our Chevet de Bayard Rosé. It's a dry rosé. It isn't a fruity rosé. And with delicate fruity aromas of ice candy, strawberries, and raspberries, it makes a perfect combination. These are preservative-free, no added sulfite wines that come from PRP Wines. They are my healthy choice. And you would contact Rosie with a QR code to get in touch with her and get these wines. So how we doing there?
Good. Can I just?
You totally can. I'll take that.
Okay.
And you can just be careful when you pour those in there. And then we'll get a fork and we're going to try this out, right? I will let you have the honors. Look how pretty this is. I don't want you to burn yourself. I do want you to enjoy. Let me taste that and let me know if you like it. And look how easy the cleanup is today. And we're done. Nice?
It's very good.
Well, Cheryl, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank
You for sponsoring my show, Healthy Meals in Minutes. I am a super fan of yours. I know we have a mutual admiration society going on here. Cheryl Schutte, Advanced Massage Colon Hydrotherapy. Get in touch with her at Advanced
Massage and colon hydrotherapy.
There we go. You guys have a great day. Until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Join us next week to make cod with artichoke caponata and a quick broccoli Caesar. Today's segments were sponsored by Cargacca Services, where family values and contracting expertise unite. Contact Carlos today to start building your dream into a reality at cargacca@yahoo.com. Give him a call at 813-735-8502. And Advanced Massage and Colon Hydrotherapy, empowering a healthy body inside and out. Make your appointment today with Cheryl at advancedmassagecolonhydrotherapy.com.